Alright, hello everyone, my name is Veritas and welcome back to Destiny. Now, I just finished turning in about 8 or 9 weekly bounties from Shiro, or maybe probably 8, but I turned in a bunch of Shiro bounties, those weekly Rise of Iron bounties, trying to rank up my Titan a little bit here. He's a little underleveled, but while I was doing so, I happened across this curio, the Jagged Purpose. So this little thing popped up right in the side of my screen, kind of like how an engram would. A jagged and angry shard, it seethes with a festering sickness, faint yet deadly. Eris may have interest in such a vile thing. Now, since this is a mission item, I thought it was it looks like a bounty. It uses the same icon as the Year 1 bounties, so I spent about 5 minutes looking for this thing, thinking it was going to be in my bounty section, looking for the quest. It happens to be in your missions, which means it can't be transferred to a different character, so whatever character you get it on, it's on that character, I think. So Eris wants to see it. Let's see what this thing is.
It is good to work with you again.
Face the Wretched Eye and defeat Kovik, the Devil Splicer's High Priest. The weapons of sorrow were born of a forbidden use of the Hive's dark power, and they are hateful, feared things. I am not afraid. Dredgen Veil, Rite of Cleansing.
You understand things.
I do. Depleted Hand Cannon.
Until next time.
So, this is the Year 3 Thorn quest line. This was introduced in Rise of Iron. This is one of the four exotic quest lines in the game. The others being Yallarhorn, the Outbreak Prime, and the Koshtov OX, whatever it happens to be. So I guess we are now tasked with heading towards the Wretched Eye Strike and killing Kovik. Much like how we had to kill Fogoth in Year 1, we now have to kill an ogre, I guess, and charge the thing with the eye or something like that. But first, I need to do this. Everything should be good. We need armor. We need a helmet or a chest piece or gauntlets. I don't think gauntlets will be an upgrade. I'm darn sure the gauntlets are not going to be an upgrade. Yeah, not great, but not great. I don't even have a shard. All right, well, we'll worry about that later. Let's head out to the Wretched Eye Strike. I will see you over there. Actually, I'll see you right now because I'm not going to skip. But yeah, so this will be interesting. I wanted to record this because I haven't really done any videos post the Rise of Iron storyline. I've been kind of spending all my time. You might have noticed that the upload schedule has been a little non-existent. That's because I have been focused on this. So I suppose we have to do this on, I'm assuming we have to do this on hard. Let's take a gander. I'm up for not doing it on hard. Is it an actual quest now? Is it over here? A light in the dark, yes. Face the Wretched Eye. So it doesn't say it has to be on hard, so I guess we'll just do it on easy. And I'm assuming it doesn't have to be on hard. We'll find out. I'm testing this for you right now, live on, well, pre-recordedly on the video. Let me see if I need to... Is there anything I need to throw an upgrade in? My gauntlets on my hunter are actually too high of light. So, a note of things, what is this? This is the 30th of September, so Trials of Osiris just went live a couple hours ago. So it's been interesting watching that.
Splicer's High Priest has crews pushing further underground in the Plague Lands. Looks like a large-scale mobilization against a hive nest.
An army of Hive controlled by the Splicers would be the end of old Russia.
Could be the end of everything. The Devils are evolving. Neutralize them before this goes any further, Guardian.
Anyway, so, yeah, my Titan, I think, is my lowest light character, and I'm kind of upset that we had to get this on this character, but I guess, you know, having a bumble and stuff will be nice. Let's go.
Alright, there's a series of old missile silos near the bunker. I've got reports of Hive near that location.
So yeah,
Like the place to be.
we are on the easy one, which means it should be easy, but, you know, with how Destiny works, maybe not.
Every kill gets us one less Splicer or Hive to be warped by Siva.
So that's a nifty little Wretched Eye skip right there. That's good for
I'm picking up several
everything.
concentrated Siva nodes ahead.
Several concentrated Siva
Splicers are using
nodes.
Siva to augment the silo's old defense protocols. They've got the inner doors sealed tight. If you want to get inside, you'll need to find and destroy those Siva nodes.
I guess this will also qualify as Outbreak Prime gameplay, so neat.
I pinpointed another Siva man.
Gotta get that speed boost, bruh. But yeah, I picked up the Outbreak Prime yesterday. It was pretty neat. I watched Dado and the world's first team for the Outbreak Prime on stream at like 4 in the morning while they were figuring out the puzzles and figuring out how to get the pulse rifle. Then headed in and got it myself the next day, which is super cool. Wrath of the Machine is a very fun raid. I think I need to turn down my headset because I'm 100% sure that my microphone is picking up my headset volume. There we go. I'm also screaming into my microphone because it's so loud. That's better. Alright. So yeah, Wretched Eye Strike. I like this strike a lot, actually. I like the the 3 new strikes, actually. I like all of them. They're all very fun. So, I'm testing out. I didn't actually look up anything about this Thorn quest line. I honestly thought you had to do Abomination Heist, which is the remade Fogoth strike. Luckily, they have they hotfixed the game yesterday, which made it so that Fogoth drops not Taken King loot, so you'll be able to get actually appropriate blues from him, even though appropriate blues stop being useful after you hit 365. Regardless, it'll be nice to have some appropriate blues dropping. But yeah, I'd much prefer to do the strikes on normal if I could, or easy, I guess, technically. So, hopefully we can knock this puppy out in a relatively easy manner. Get 'em, nanites! I was contemplating making a video on just using the Outbreak Prime, being like, hey, here's some Outbreak Prime gameplay. You know, like every other Destiny YouTuber, even though I'm not a Destiny YouTuber, I was thinking, hey, it might be cool to, you know, talk about it a little bit and whatever. But I figured, fuck, it's been done 100,000 times. There's no reason for me to need to do it. So I figured I'll just use it in videos, and that'll count as me using the gun, and I can talk about it a little bit. But yeah, I'm not super excited to get Thorn because it is like severely nerfed. But yeah, the Thorn is crazy nerfed. They nerfed it back in year 1. I think it was year 1. It might have been year 2 where they like reduced the magazine size and slowed the reload and all that fun shit. But they also, I think they nerfed its range while it was not being used. So that's something, I guess. Where are you getting where are you jamming those orbs at, bud? Thank you. So fun fact, there is a Siva cluster up there on that platform. You can get it if you need it. I'll show you where the other 2 are. Not physically show you, but I'll point to them in case you don't have the ones in this strike. But they're also in my Siva cluster guide, there's a link in the description to that as well if you need it. The non-raid clusters, I should be specific on that. Because back when that was a thing, the raid wasn't out. Get 'em! Excellent. I don't know. The only real reason I'm actually doing this quest line is to finish my record book progress, because it is totally random. It's very reminiscent of year 1, where you have to turn in a bunch of bounties and pray that you get the thing to unlock. Because I've turned in a lot of those Shiro bounties, and I hadn't gotten it yet. So I was kind of hoping that when I turned in like 8 of them at a time, that it would actually give me the bounty, and I was lucky enough to get it. So. The other Siva cluster is in that cabinet on the roof of that thing.
The hive bioorganic architecture.
The hive bioorganic architecture.
But there are microbursts of Siva activity all around us.
So this is a hive hatchery.
Used to be the Fallen would attack for resources, for survival, revenge. To invade a hive nest like this,
yeah,
Siva's changed them.
I like the Outbreak Prime. I like that it's not overpowered, because if a gun isn't overpowered, it won't get nerfed. And that makes me happy. It's strong, but it's worth the quest line. That quest line takes forever to do. You gotta get lucky with the team and all that fun stuff. There were invis guys down here, weren't there? Nope, not even gonna play that game.
No idea what those nodes were protecting, but the barrier's down.
I will take that, thank you.
Whatever mad science he's cooking up down
Whatever mad science. I got mad science for you. Mad science theater.
makes you wonder.
So yeah, I'll be using the Outbreak Prime for the entirety of this questline, just so you guys can see some gameplay of it. If you don't know what it is, it's the Wrath of the Machine Raid Exotic Pulse Rifle. Activating all 5 monitors in the raid will allow you to obtain it. Super fun questline. Then you gotta do a bunch of stuff, and it's a super neat quest actually. I really enjoyed it. How are we? How is this a thing? How are we dying? All right, let's. Okay, yeah, it's normal mode, which means he can respawn. That should free the ogre. If you're curious, it is a Hawksaw archetype, so if you like the Hawksaw, you will probably like this, as well as the Suros PDX, I think is the same archetype as the Hawksaw. So if you do like those weapons, then it's the same one as that. So you can make a decision if you want this pulse or not, based on the archetype it is. I prefer the Grasp of Malak archetype, the low impact, high fire rate, but this thing is super fun. And the Siva nanites also proc small arms damage, so if you're in a small arms modifier playlist, those Siva Seekers do some Boku damage. Very fun. Very fun weapon. I very much enjoy it. It's the end of the world as we know it. Can that ogre not literally be on top of me? That would be fantastic. Whoop. Rip that entire side of the room. Life support, save me. Neat. You know what I love most about doing strikes is that the team isn't guaranteed to be helpful. Alright, we almost got Kobik dead. Come on, Adam, you gotta die, buddy. I love you to death, but I need your essence for my thing. Okay, so it can be a normal mode. Good. Wipe out the fallen in the Flaglands to feed the weapon's appetite. Neat.
He was just removing their body parts to be joined with Siva.
I don't need to know about your nonsensical, kinky nonsense, Ghost. I just need to get to the Plaguelands. I need to get to the Plagulands. Let's see what the next step of this quest is. I'm assuming it's the same thing as I'm assuming honestly it's the same thing as Outbreak Prime, where it's like go and kill stuff in the Plaguelands. So let's get patrol on the docket and see what the technical know-how here is. So Fallen defeated. Wipe out Fallen. Seems simple enough. Let's go to patrol. So I'm assuming, I don't know why it's Wretched Eye. I don't know what it needed there. We can actually scroll over real quick and see exactly what the point of that was. A sickness is needed. Bound in darkness. Bathe your light in horrors that their strain may linger but not overwhelm. This is the first step upon the hated path. Dredgen Veil, Rite of Cleansing. So I guess we're cleansing the weapon in dark arts and horrible nonsense. So yeah, I guess we had to basically expose it to mistreatings of ogres so that it would be able to be made into a death weapon. A weapon of hate and pain. Sadness and strife. So let's see how much...
There's a lot we don't know about the Plaguelands, but the more we explore, the more we'll uncover.
So we've killed what, 2 things? Let's kill a couple things. Let's kill like 5 things and see where we're at. That's fine. Let's just knock out this little area right here and see where we're at. I'm kind of hoping it's not kill 1,000 enemies. I'm assuming it's kill like 100, maybe 50. All right, let's see where we're at in terms of quest progress. I'll also track it so we don't have to keep going into the menu. 4%. Excellent. This is going to take a decade and a half. Wonderful. And it is just killing Fallen, which means it's not... Oh, boy. So I guess Plaguelands would technically count as well on missions. I wonder if doing a mission would count for this, because missions have a lot more enemies in them. Specifically, the Plaguelands mission has a ton of enemies in it. So I wonder if that would be... Also, the Iron Tomb has it, too. So I wonder if it's just Plaguelands in terms of like the idea of the area, or physically the Plague Land Patrol. I would assume it's probably mission. It's just the Plague Lands in general, because it would say Plague Lands Patrol if it was something specific. Those are also not fallen, so that doesn't help me. You're not fallen, but I need a Siva key. Or, what's it called? A Splicer key. Rip. Rip that wizard. Is there a fallen up there? No, but I'll kill you anyway. You know what would be a really good place to go is Archon's Forge. So let's head to Archon's Forge, pop an offering, and we should be able to farm a bunch of stuff there. Honestly, if this quest is just kill a bunch of shit, I might just do it in between episodes, because I am going to make this a two-parter, just because I figured there was going to be a step like this where it's like, hey, go do something mundane and boring that no one really wants to see. So I think I'm going to head to Archon's Forge for a little bit, finish this quest step off, and then I will come back in part 2 and finish up the quest line, because I don't think it's a very long quest. I think it's just Wretched Eye, Plague Lands, kill Fogoth again, and then we have the thing. Or at least a special version of Fogoth. So I might employ Kat's help with this at in part 2, but I am going to head to the Archon's Forge, and this is going to be really boring. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode roughly here, and I will see you guys back in part 2, where I have hopefully killed 100% of Fallen, and we'll see what the quest entails for us thereafter. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching part 1 so far. Hopefully we'll get Thorn in the next part. I really am not going to want to make this 3 parts, but let's go ahead and crawl in there and see if we can get some help. I do have an offering. So yeah, I'll see you guys once this thing is fully charged. I want to skip this boring part of the quest step, and yeah, I will be back in part 2. So thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, until part 2, have a great day, everyone.